Hello everyone. In this video, I want to share with you a personal video that I took from Kadesh or Petra, uh, or as we know it, the most common name, the most famous name is Mecca, as mentioned in the Quran, and in the Bible, in the Torah, it was known as Kadesh, means Quds. And in the Psalm of David, they called this valley right where I'm standing and taking this video as Bakkah or Bakkah Valley. So without further ado, let's just take a look. What you see right here at the left lower corner, this is Safa. This is the foundation of Safa. Of course, it had walls before, but the walls were destroyed during the war because there were two major wars. The first time Yazid ibn Muawiyah attacked Mecca, burned it down, they rebuilt it, and then finally, eventually, it was Abdul Malik ibn Marwan who sent his army and completely destroyed it, catapulted it, killed a lot of the Meccans and took a lot of them to exile and relocated them to other parts of his empire. So and then after that there was a huge earthquake that further destroyed it across the region. So it stayed like that. So what you're seeing at the lower left corner, these stones that you see, this is the foundation of Safa. This is Safa that the Quran talks about, that people used to go inside and do tawaf. Safa is a location, is a building just like Kaaba is. That's why the Quran says there's no problem if you do tawaf around them. Okay, let's go look at the rest of it together as well. So this is, as you can see, this is Safa. You saw it, and now that is that is Kaaba. You see Kaaba here. So again, you're seeing, what you're seeing is the foundation of it. Again, it's huge. I know it looks small in the video, but in comparison with this other people who are riding a donkey, imagine this is huge. It's just the foundation. It's almost 6 foot tall, just the foundation of the Kaaba. And there's a, you can see it from a closer angle, and you're gonna see that's Marwa on the top. And this is the gate. Again, one more. This is Hajr Ismail. This is right beside Kaaba. This is where Prophet Ishmael and his mother Hagar are buried. And again, this is the Kaaba. As you can see, it's a house that you would go up. It's a very simple house that you would go, and there would be walls over there. And you can see the gate over there, right? The gate is right in front of it. And one more time, this is Kaaba from another angle. Again, Kaaba from another angle, as you can see. It's a beautiful area. Look at those stones, ancient stones. They have so much memory in them. Again, this is Kaaba from another angle. This is a waterway, and you can see the beautiful stones that surround the area. You're gonna very quickly see. So those are the tombs. Let me stop this. So these are tombs that have been basically burrowed into the mountains. There's a lot of these memorial tombs in this place. It's amazing, and the people who did that, who had the technology and the knowledge to create those tombs, and obviously a lot of important people that these people who did that heavily respected, that to the point that they created those tombs for them. There's a lot of them over there. And look, this is the gate. This is the ancient gate that you can see here. And the Quran talks about, the Quran says that Allah told the Israelites that when they enter this gate, they should prostrate and seek forgiveness and say Hatta. And if they did that, Allah, the creator of this world, the one who created us, and you might call him Yahweh, it doesn't matter, all good names belong to him. Allah would forgive all their sins. So you can imagine when you're looking at this, I want you to picture Moses, Harun, and the Israelites coming through this gate, coming down here and bowing down and falling down, prostrating towards the Kaaba, because this is right in front of the Kaaba, and saying Hatta and seeking forgiveness for their sins, and entering the house of Allah clean, completely forgiven, clean from all their sins. Can you imagine? I want you to think about that and see if you can picture that. And the reason and the logic behind that, because when you are entering the house of Allah, you have to be clean. So let me tell you something important. Let's say if a very important person, president of a country or the king of a country, invites you to their house. Let's say king of a major country invites you to his house. What do? How do you get ready for that event? You go take shower, you clean yourself up, you make sure you're clean, you make sure you are in good shape, you wear your best clothes, you make sure you smell good, you make sure you are very polite, you make sure you don't say bad things, you make sure you don't shout, and you're very respectful, and you go to that person's house. And you can watch the video about the king of Saudi Arabia, king of Jordan. We still have kingdoms in this world, and people go bow down and do things like that. Now imagine, this is the king of the world. This is our creator. This is the house of our creator. This is Beth Elohim, Baitullah. This is house of Yahweh. How much more you have to be respectful, you have to be clean, you have to avoid saying bad things. And you have to come in with humility, and right at the gate, Allah tells you that before you enter my house, I'm willing to forgive all your sins so that you enter my house clean and free from sin and free from guilt. And that's the logic behind prostrating here, because you have to prostrate and seek forgiveness so all your sins will be forgiven, and you enter the house of your creator, your king, your Lord. Oh, praise and glory be to his holy name forever and ever. You enter that house in purity and in cleanness. And the state of Ihram is that state of respect. So for 3 days and 3 nights, or ثلاثة أيام, or as in Hebrew it has it in the Torah, says Shalosh Yamim, which is ثلاثة أيام or Shalosh Yamim. You have to be in a state of Ihram. It means you're in that state of cleanness, respectfulness. You stay in there. You're Allah's guest in his house in Beth Elohim. And you eat there and you stay there. You praise and glorify the name of your Lord. And then you leave the house clean and pure. That's why the Psalm of David, they say, I'd rather be a gatekeeper, a doorkeeper, a gatekeeper in the house of Allah. It's talking about this gate. Back in the days, at the time of David, the house in Jerusalem had not even been built. So this is what the David in Psalm 84, and I have a video about the Psalms that they talk about actually the house of Allah in Jordan. And you can see that David says, one day in your house is better than 1,000 years living in the best places amongst the disbelievers. So, and that he would rather be a doorkeeper, a gatekeeper of the house of Allah, because this house, they used to have, it was an honorary position for people who would volunteer to be gatekeeper at this door, right at this gate that you see, up until Abdul Malik ibn Marwan destroyed this city. Let's watch the rest of the video. Again, you see these tombs all across, and that's another video. This is Arafat. So they call that monastery, but this is Arafat. Look, thousands of worshippers. You have to come up the stairs to see this. This is Arafat, the building, as you can see, but thousands of worshippers would be able to fit here. It's really wide, and it goes on, and you can see the Jabal Harun. So this is Jabal Harun. I'm zooming in on it. That is Jabal Harun. That's at the top. That's the mosque of Harun. This is where Prophet Harun, right at the top, has been buried. That's Jabal Harun. You see that mosque? That's Jabal Harun. This is Mount Hor. Bible calls it Mount Hor. But this is Jabal. This is where Prophet Harun. And you can see that from Arafat. And if you are up on top of that mountain, you can see Arafat from there. But this is Arafat. It's really high. It's a huge mountain. Beautiful views. The views are breathtaking. Breathtaking. I mean, just even looking at this, it just brings back very good memories for me. But yes, you have to come up the stairs. You have to walk a long way to get up here. It's a real mountain. It's not like that stone that current Muslims, the worshippers of Akbar, go and worship in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. It's a joke. That's a joke. This is actual mount, huge joining of several mountains. Hence, they call it Arafat. So again, you can see the monastery. That tells you how important this site was. And then this is on top of that mountain. On my way back down, you can see the valley down there. So this is on top of the mountain. We are trying to go back down to the valley. You have to walk for an hour to come up here, depending on how fast you can walk. So it's a narrow entrance that comes directly from the Kaaba up. And you can see down there in the valley to Arafat. So imagine the Israelites doing this, and imagine, yeah, this is the staircase, kind of like a stairway, a pathway that goes down, and down there, that's Kaaba. You see, we are almost down, and then you come down here, right there. So you land right in front of the Kaaba, and that's the Kaaba down there. So that's Marwa. So we're going to go take a look at Marwa as well. And this is the gate. Again, this is the gate. This is before we are entering the gate. So anything beyond this gate is basically the house of Allah. So you're entering the house of Allah. And I'm here, I'm standing at Safa. So this is Safa. This is the foundation of Safa, what is left of it. Foundation is completely intact in terms of where it is. Just the walls have fallen. You can see this is foundation, the staircase that comes up to Safa. I'm standing right beside Safa. People would come in and go around, do tawaf, and they will get out. They look at it and they would go out. And that, you see the gate is right to the left. When you enter the gate, is right to the left. And right on top of that hill, that's Marwa. You can see the remnant of the of Marwa up there. So once again, I want to impress upon you, imagine the Israelites entering here, entering this gate, prostrating, walking down towards the Kaaba. Imagine Moses and Harun doing that. Imagine David doing the same. Prophet David, Prophet Solomon, Prophet Isa, Jesus, son of Maryam. Imagine Prophet Muhammad doing the same. So when you are walking here, these are the same. You're walking in the footsteps of prophets. I want to impress that upon you. You will be walking. These are the same stones that prophets walked on them. This is the same pathway that those men of old, those righteous men, those pious men walked on to come to the house of Allah. And this is again Kaaba. And I just want you to think how wicked, how horrible, how wretched these early Muslim generation of the Umayyad were, that they were credited. Nobody destroyed this house. Nobody attacked this place except for these people. And this is Kaaba again. You can see the gate over there. Now, this is from Marwa that I'm taking this. I'm in the Marwa right now. So you can see the gate here. Again, you can see the gate as I'm standing here, and I'm in the Marwa. You can see people. But what I was trying to say is that nobody destroyed this house. Nobody did anything. And this is from ancient times, from the time of Prophet Abraham. Israelites came here and lived here in this city for 38 years. They lived here. And they left in peace. Prophet David came, Prophet Solomon came. Everybody left this place in peace. Everybody honored this place. Now, I'm not saying that they all believed in it, but they left it in peace, except for the Umayyad, except for this early Muslim generation. Imagine how wrecked, how wicked and wretched these people must have been for Allah, for our Creator, to allow them to have the credit of destroying this city, of trying to wipe it off the face of the earth. Imagine how wicked these people must have been. For them to have the credit, to be credited with doing such an act to this place. This place doesn't belong to Muslims. This is a holy place. This is Kadesh. In Judaism, in Christianity, in all of them, this is a huge place in terms of importance. But imagine these people were credited with its destruction. What an evil generation. What an evil generation they must have been. These worshippers of Akbar. These people worship the devil unknowingly. I believe the original ones knew what they were doing, but majority of them right now, they are doing it unknowingly. But how evil these people were, that even though at their time they knew what the original Islam was, but they just wanted to change it, they wanted to destroy it. Hence, they created this religion that they call Sunni Islam, Shia Islam. It's really a devil worship practice. That's what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. But yes, so I am in Marwa right now, and you can see the gate. And that's Safa. You see the Safa is the foundation. You see that right here? I don't know if you're seeing it or not. It's right at the road. You enter the gate, you turn left. Look, this foundation has staircases. Still there, it's pretty good shape still. And you go up and you do tawaf and you come back. So that's Safa right to your left. And then you see Marwa is right in front of it. So I'm right now filming from Marwa. So I'm filming right now from standing in Marwa, filming Safa here. So you're seeing Safa. I am in Marwa standing. We're going to see Marwa soon too. and that's Kaaba, of course, right in front of the gate. Hijr Ismail is intact, completely intact. And you go a little bit further away, where, as I'm showing with the camera, that goes to Arafat. So this is Marwa. This is just a cube right there in the middle. There's a cube, just like the Kaaba is much smaller. There's a cube, and then they have these stones that you really have no other options. You have to go in the middle of these stones and walk around it. You just go walk around and you exit from the other side. It's just that's the natural flow of it. That's from ancient times. These pillars have been there forever, and this is for in commemoration of Marwa and the story of Hagar that we all know. So so that's Marwa. It's in very, very good shape, really. Oh, there's not much you need to do to rebuild this, and you just put a roof on it. Yeah. Anyway, I just picture this, that if you ever, Allah gives you the privilege, gives you the chance to go there and perform a 3-day Hajj, 3-day pilgrimage, like Moses did, like Abraham did, like David and Solomon did, like Prophet Muhammad and all these prophets. This is a once in a lifetime requirement. It's not required to do it annually. So trust me, all the prophets did that at least once in their lifetime. But keep that in mind, that you're walking in the footsteps of those ancient men, great men and women that worshipped our Creator, and they did this. You're walking in the same pathway. Remember that you're walking where they all walked, and that is amazing just to know that. And also think of how wicked these early generation of Muslims were, that nobody destroyed this house but this city but them, and what they did to this city. And it's truly unfortunate. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace and blessings to all of you.